And we're live. E-I-E Leslie Cross. All right. All right. Yeah, you had to do the Leslie Cross chant. Otherwise, the stream gets cursed, you know? It's not vegan enough. All right, all right, all right. So now, yeah, I'm doing this live stream live without any planning. I was going to do something else at some other point, but I don't know. I saw this video by Unnatural Vegan and I had to respond to this thing because it's absolutely horrible. And you'll see in a moment. You'll see in a few moments, yes. But before I want to talk about this controversy that happened after the Numquats, I received some comments from certain vegans or certain, let's call them that, because I don't know, they call themselves that, but are they really? I don't even know at this point who's vegan and who's not. But but these people, they didn't like how they were portrayed in the Numquat video. They didn't like, especially that part with the in memoriam, which I thought we all had a blast. We all had a really good time. It was really fun when we did that Numquat thing and the in memoriam segment. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering it. It already brings me, so much joy and laughter. But not everybody laughed, sadly, and some people were really butthurt about it. I'm sorry, dude. What can I tell you? Comedy is subjective, and if you didn't like it, or you thought it was offensive, or you thought that you came out, in a bad light, or were wrongly represented by it, well, I'm sorry, but you feel that way. But yeah, it's not my fault. It's my channel, it's my comedy, and let's see, that's what I wanted to do. Now, remember, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to, have a laugh. Yeah, the Numquat video is supposed to be this thing that I do at the end of the year to, relax, sit back, have a good time. It's nothing too serious or too personal. But some people took it personally, and I'm like, what? I even got a suggestion that in the in memoriam that I should have been dead too, and to make it fair or something. Like, what? Yeah, that doesn't work because I was hosting the thing, so I was obviously alive, so it doesn't work. You see, and then I did the Numquat after party live, so obviously it doesn't work. Anyway, I thought by including myself and including that line about me still alive, but the way I'm eating, I'm poking fun at myself, So I don't understand. I don't understand what's the big deal with that. But hey, that's anything you do, someone is gonna criticize you. That's just normal. It happens. I can't tell you. Oh man, it's just so ridiculous. Next year, Numquat, I think I'm gonna include a whole bunch of other people too. Oh man, each year is just gonna be bigger and bigger. We're gonna do more stunts and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, having said that about the Numquats and stuff, now we're gonna talk about this thing because as you can see in the thumbnail for this live stream and the title and the description, uh, as I was saying in the beginning, I found this video by one of the biggest misinformers out there. This is an activist who isn't really an activist. I'm sorry. And you may accuse me of poisoning the well or whatever, but I have to tell you this so we can, first, so we can watch the video. This person has been misleading people into some weird version of veganism that she thinks is real, but it's not. It's absolutely, well, you'll judge for yourself. I mean, the evidence is here. This is in response not only to this video, but in response to all those other misinformers and reducitarian welfarists and apologists who accuse me of not being a real activist. Apparently, I'm not real because I only do videos from my home, so I'm not real. I'm not an activist apparently, and I don't know what I'm talking about according to these people, because also I have no followers. Well, this person should be a freaking expert because she's got a schmut ton of followers. Yeah. And a whole bunch of views per video. And I'm talking about none other than Unnatural Vegan, one of the worst ones out there, consistently terrible, but at least she's consistent. Uh, this lady has 258,000 subscribers, and this video that I'm going to respond to, it already has 15,000 views. Just that video. All of my videos combined don't even get close to that. Okay, so, and I only have 260 something subscribers. So there you go. It's like I'm just nothing. I'm like a microorganism next to this lady. But hey, you know what? Doesn't matter, because it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And as we're going to find out, she's answering these 23 vegan questions, but is she answering them the correct way or in a terrible way? Well, we're gonna find out. I already watched the video, so it's not really a reaction, it's not really a live reaction per se, it's more of my response to this thing, my response, and I hope this goes well. I hope this experiment actually goes well. Let me see. Because this is what we're going to do. This is more like a listening party, because I cannot share the screen. So I'm going to play you the audio from her video, and we're going to stop. We're going to answer every question. I'm going to answer the question in a vegan way. And then we're going to compare notes and see what she answered and see where the problems really are. So without further ado, I think we can start. It's gonna be really interesting, right? Let's see what Unnatural Vegan has to say. 23 questions answered. Oh boy, I'm already dreading this. Like I said, I already watched it. And people, this is what I do for you, my dear audience, and obviously for the animals. I subject myself to this horror. Okay, let's watch, or let's listen, I guess. Oh boy. Oh,
I've been vegan for 15 years, so.
Have you? I don't know. Did you listen to that? Was that clear? I don't know. Are you listening to her stuff? I don't know. Okay.
I thought I could answer some questions about veganism.
You know, I thought you could, but as we're going to find out, you couldn't.
I Googled biggest questions about veganism, and I got this handy dandy list. There's one repeat, so 23 questions total. How is veganism different from vegetarianism?
Well, I'll answer this. How is veganism different from vegetarianism? Well, that one is easy. Vegetarianism is just a fad diet, nothing to do with ethics. It's just nonsense. It's more animal exploitation, and so it's nothing alike. And veganism is the ethical stance against the exploitation of animals. Well, that's my response. Let's see what Unnatural has to say about it.
If we're talking purely what is or isn't eaten, so just diet, vegan diet, vegetarian diet, the answer is pretty simple. Vegetarian means you don't eat animals. So no chicken, no fish, no turkey, no cow. Vegans also don't eat animals, so we are vegetarian, but we take it a step further and also
we do
remove any products that come from animals. So no dairy, no eggs. So a vegan diet is obviously more restrictive than.
But you see what I'm talking about. What vegan diet? What restrictive? It's not restrictive, lady, because animals are not food in the first place. So you're not really restricting yourself. You're simply not doing something that you weren't supposed to do in the first place. It would be like saying that not including human meat in your diet is restrictive. Would that be restrictive? No, you're just not a crazy wacko. The same goes for veganism. It's not restrictive. Okay, let's continue because this is long.
Than a vegetarian diet. There are other terms too that can make it a bit confusing. You may have heard pescatarian. That
Yeah, pescatarian doesn't exist. It's just a numquat who eats fish and thinks he's clever.
means someone who doesn't eat meat except for fish.
Which
So they're not
doesn't make sense.
really a vegetarian because they do eat meat, just some meat. Lacto vegetarian, so like milk
Yeah, lacto-vegetarian doesn't exist. That's just another animal exploiter.
vegetarian, so they eat dairy but they don't eat eggs. Then there's ovo vegetarian, which is the opposite of that. They do eat eggs but they don't eat dairy. Lacto ovo is just plain vegetarian, right? They don't eat meat. They
Look at these terms. Lacto, ovo lacto, purple stuff, Sonny D. Like people really, you know. What the heck? What the heck is this, man? I'm laughing to not cry, you know. At this point, it's just this is marvelous. This is marvelous, Mr. May and Mrs. Maisel, you know. Why? Why? Oh, Leslie Cross, what have they done to your movement? Oh my God. Marcelo El Cello. Hello. ¿Cómo estás? How you doing? Yeah, we are reacting and responding. Responding and reacting. Reacting to the responding of the reaction. Yes, it's reacception. We are listening to this Numquat, Unnatural Vegan. If you don't know her, she's terrible. One of the worst. And it's funny because they tell me to go do real activism. They never tell her this. They never tell her to go outside and do real activism. I wonder why. But I know the 3 reasons why. 2 reasons are her ginormous breasts. And the other reason is, well, she's got 258,000 subscribers and I only have like 200. So the first one already blew my mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, she's awful. Yeah. And yeah, buckle up because it's going to be a wild ride. It gets worse. Oh, my. Ovo lacto. Oh, man. Ovo maltine. The mug is round. The jar is round. It should be called roundtine. Okay.
eat dairy, they eat eggs. There are a few others too. You probably won't hear any of these.
Oh, Hannah Moon Vegan. Yellow. Navia. Gah. Exactly. Gah. That's exactly what gah. That's the response. The only response to this nonsensical thing. Hey, how are you? Is the audio good? The audio from the video is the unnatural video. Is it clear? Yeah.
Except for pescatarian, some people do use that term, but really most of these are just used in like scientific studies, right? So if you read a lot of scientific research on vegan diets, vegetarian diets, then you'd see it. Point is, vegetarian means no animals, vegan means no animals or animal products.
No, vegetarian means ridiculous diet. Vegan means ethical, awesome person. You know, who doesn't exploit animals and doesn't use animals at all. Hey, you know, but hey, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm crazy. You know, bloody hell. Audio is fine. Okay, exceptions. Bloody hell, this lady is terrible. I'm telling you. I'm trying to warn you, but hey, let's see.
Wait.
Oh, now it cut to commercial, so we're not gonna play the audio for the commercial.
You get your protein from pretty much.
Where do you get your protein? Let me answer that. From your dumb questions. So I'm loaded with protein. Every time I get a dumb question about veganism, I get protein. So there you go. Oh man. Dudes, protein is in every freaking plant and fruit and whatever. So there you go. That's where I get the protein. Next question. Let's see what she answered.
Much everything we eat, aside from like certain refined foods like granulated sugar and oil, all foods have some amount of protein. Even a banana has like a little over a gram, and vegans aren't just eating bananas, most of us anyway. Ideally, we eat a wide variety of food and we include foods with higher protein per calorie, like beans. Many, but not all of us, choose to eat more processed protein sources like TVP, textured vegetable protein. You can use it to make a ground beef substitute. There are also
Natalie, full of. Oh. Yeah, Natalie Tone Deaf. Yeah, I know her. All right.
made vegan meats that you can buy, so you don't have to rehydrate anything or add any spices. All that's done for you. Gardein, beef.
Hey, lady, stop promoting products. Now she's gonna promote some, plant-based alternatives here. She's gonna name them, so I'm gonna mute this part because I don't want to promote any product, really. Mute this thing, lady. Yeah, she talks about these gardens and other stuff. No. We don't want to promote any of that. Okay.
Found a sizable percentage of protein requirements were met by these sorts of foods. Again, we don't have to eat these processed protein sources to meet protein needs, even to get like well above the RDA, but many of us, myself included.
Okay, lady, who cares? They ask you, where do you get your protein? That was the question. You have to explain your life story to this person. Just say, hey, from plants. Next question. Bloody hell, lady. Gah!
Choose to include them in our diet. I strength train multiple times per week, so I like to have a protein powder pretty much every day. I put it in smoothies. I like this.
Bloody hell, with smoothie, who cares, lady? No, next. I'm going to the next question because this is terrible. Yeah, exactly. All diet questions are irrelevant to veganism. Exactly. Oh, you want to know how many of them? Yeah, it's a ton. So get ready. Get ready.
Are vegans healthier? Short.
Okay, are vegans healthier? You know what? Let's see. I mean, ethically, we are. We are ethically, that's difficult to say, healthier. Of course, we are awesome people. Now, when it comes to, our overall well-being and stuff, it depends. It varies from vegan to vegan because, hey, who knows? I'm a sedentary couch potato, and I eat cookies for breakfast. So who knows? Who knows how long I have to live? But don't worry about me. If I go out tomorrow, remember, I was happy, and I probably went away, and I went out with a savory, sweet cookie in my mouth. So there you go. what did she answer?
Short answer, yes. Vegans eat more fruits and vegetables, more whole grains, more legumes, more nuts and seeds than omnivores. As
Omnivores? Lady, te voy a... You see, this is a terrible answer. Why? Why? Because she's now saying vegan versus omnivore as a diet when it's not. Vegan is an ethical stance against the use of animals. Omnivore is an idiot who exploits animals. Now, we are all naturally opportunistic eaters or whatever. We can physically consume a bunch of different stuff. Doesn't mean that, that doesn't mean anything. You know that. But whatever, bloody hell. If I'm healthy, I care about murder. Yeah. All right, Marcelo. Yeah, get ready because it only gets worse. We're only at the 3-minute mark, and this video is 22 minutes long.
As a result, we get significantly more fiber and significantly less saturated fat, and our cholesterol's better. We have a lower BMI. Because of all this, we likely have lower rates of various common diseases like heart disease, diabetes, colon cancer. We're also less likely to smoke and more likely to exercise, which again helps.
Are we really? Less likely to smoke and more likely to exercise. I don't know about that, but I don't know. You need to pop around more. We all miss you. Yeah, exactly, Hannah Moon. You're one of the coolest out there. Yes, that's right. Listen to Navia or Navia. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, there you go.
To reduce your risk for various diseases. That doesn't mean you can't be an unhealthy vegan. There are lots of unhealthy vegan foods. I remember some.
Right, exactly. You can be unhealthy. Yeah, just look at me. I'm on the brink of death. Bloody hell, unnatural. You're terrible.
Sometime during my early days being vegan, I was on some forum and there was a guy saying, whatever, it doesn't matter what you eat, it's all about the animals. And he was talking about just eating beer and like chips or Oreos or something. Not a great idea for him or for the animals, right? If he eats so poorly that he gets sick, maybe he stops being vegan. But yes, Western vegans on average are healthier than Western omnivores.
Western, though. Western. Does that mean that Eastern? I don't know, lady. I don't know what. I don't know. Whatever. Let's.
Do vegans get enough protein? Short.
Yeah, we get enough protein. You know what? We also get enough of dumb questions. Next.
Short answer, yes. The majority of studies find that vegans get plenty of protein well above the RDA. Long answer, more protein is probably a good idea for various reasons, especially if you strength train. And since basically everyone should strength train, everyone should probably aim.
Chips aren't vegan. Chips are vegan. I mean, well, not vegan, but they are, potato based or some other vegetable. The global south, whatever. I know some chips in like different places have like milk solids in them and stuff like that, but I don't know, that's kind of weird.
For a bit more protein. Again, legumes, nuts and seeds too, although they are higher in fat. You definitely get more protein per calorie from something like lentils. Mock meats and protein powders, just a serving of these can get you 20 grams or more. I personally aim for 100 grams of protein per day, and yeah, that serving of protein powder helps me get there. Is veganism expensive?
Okay, is veganism expensive? Uh, Answer, no. An ethical stance is not expensive. It's free. You can do it for free. It's freaking free. You just go, hey, right, animals are individuals who deserve to be free. Yeah. And there you go, veganism. So it doesn't cost anything, actually. Now, I know that this question, what they're trying to ask is not, is veganism expensive? They're talking about the diet mostly. They're talking about the plant-based diet. Is a plant-based diet expensive? I mean, not really. I don't think so. I don't think it's expensive at all. But hey, that's just me.
It certainly can be if you eat lots of the mock meats and the cheeses, and even some of the plant milks can be very, very expensive. For instance, you can buy 2 pounds of cheddar for $9. There are no two
No, you cannot, because you're vegan. Therefore, you don't buy cheese.
pound blocks of vegan cheese, of course, but you can buy an 8-ounce pack of slices for $5. So we have
Who cares, lady? Who the balls cares?
28 cents per ounce versus 63 cents per ounce. My husband and I have 3 kids, a 7-year-old, almost 8-year-old.
This lady's married. There's a guy there, brave enough that he married this lady. Yikes! That man, I have to meet that guy. I have to meet the man who could withstand this, living next to her. Oh, natural vegan is not vegan. Oh, yeah, you don't say. Like I can already I call all of Texas the global south. I guess I am the global south then. Unnatural vegan. We don't take too kindly to them damn Yankees in these here parts. Darn tootin'. Yeah. Don't waste your time, AJ. No, no, I'm going to, because I need to teach you what real veganism looks like and what fake veganism looks like. This lady is fake. Okay.
5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. We eat a good amount of mock meat,
Who
eating them
cares,
pretty
lady?
much
I don't
every
want your
day.
life
We use some.
story. I don't want your life story. Just answer the freaking question. Okay, next question.
Is it hard to be vegan? Not.
Is it hard to be vegan? This is one of those trick questions because when they ask this, they're referring to, again, the dietary part of it. Is it hard to be vegan? Is it hard to not exploit someone else? Nah, not really. It's really easy to do. You simply don't use them. Not doing something is way easier than doing something. That's my life's motto. That's how I live. That's my philosophy. I do nothing. It's way easier and more fun than doing something. So, she's such a privileged individual. I can live on less than a tenner a week as an actual vegan. Silence equals violence. Yeah. And this lady equals Numquat. I mean, what is this? But you know what? Yeah, I mean, this is the type of question, they're not asking, is veganism difficult? Like, no, they're asking if the diet is difficult to maintain or whatever, because like you're gonna miss something or whatever like that. Some other, I was at Reasonable Vegans live stream. Oh, that guy is live streaming. Is he doing his dumb debate or whatever with the four numquats who are not, who are all welfareists, but they pretend they're not? Hi everyone. Hi Martin Kevin. And why would you be at Reasonable Vegans live stream? Ugh, that's gross. Okay, that's like going to a barbecue or something. Yeah, exactly. That's masochism. Yeah. Even if it was hard to be vegan, which it's not, being non-vegan is immensely harder on the non-human victims. Exactly, Betchhead. You get it. You get it. You're awesome. Yes. All right. Alrighty then. All right. So let's go. Let's continue. Let's see what she answers, because I already answered. Is veganism difficult? No, it isn't. Next.
Not for me, but again, I've been vegan a very long time. I think for most people, unfortunately, it can be pretty hard.
What are you talking about?
It's why people don't adopt it in the first place, despite agreeing with us. Many people.
Lady, I would lose my hair right now if I wasn't already bald. What kind of answer was that? Serenity now. Serenity now. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I've seen him put welfareists in their place. No, Beachhead, I'm sorry. Logical consistency is terrible. That guy, I'm telling you, watch out. Watch out, because that guy, yeah, he's one of those, you know, one of those, I'm telling you. Lol, Seinfeld, yeah, exactly. Seinfeld, yeah. Serenity now. Okay, let's continue.
People agree with us that farm animals are treated horrendously. It's not normal to be vegan. It's still very much fringe, and no one expects it of you. In fact, many people would rather you not be vegan because being vegan, maybe it affects what restaurants you go to. It's awkward. We don't live.
It's awkward. It affects what regular restaurants you go to. Lady. Ah, but alive. I'm not a man of faith. But if you're up there, save me, Superman. Save me.
live in a vegan world. Arguably, we live in a vegan hostile world. So yeah, it can.
No, we live in a world that exploits the most innocent beings on earth every second of every day.
Be kind of hard. Luckily, anyone can make a big change for the animals, for the environment, and for their health without going all the way, without going vegan.
Did you listen to that? Did you listen to this? Anyone can make a change without going vegan. This is exactly what I'm trying to warn you about. But I'm the bad guy because I'm pointing it out that these people, these misinformers that have thousands of followers and views on their social media platforms, they are not vegan and they are anti-vegan and anti-animal. They're working against the animal, promoting the idea that somehow veganism is this hard thing, like climbing a mountain. And then it's difficult because the hiking and the Sherpa and the equipment might fail. Like, no, dude, it's like really easy. You see that the animal is an individual and you go, hey, yeah, that's right. And they don't deserve to be, horribly massacred, or they don't deserve to be, under my, mercy or whatever. They deserve to be on their own, living their best animal life and doing whatever it is that they're going to do in their lives. Yeah, man. She's even against outreaches. Ah, yeah. I mean, probably for different reasons that I kinda am against, not against outreaching, but against the false message that they're promoting. Okay, let's continue.
Placing some amount of animal products with plants is awesome. Even starting small with just Meatless Monday, awesome.
You see, I'm not crazy. She said that.
Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Don't let.
Okay. Bloody hell.
The difficulties of veganism stop you from eating more plants.
This is another commercial, so. But yeah, you see what she's saying? You see what she's saying? She's terrible. Okay.
Why go vegan? Why go vegan?
Why go vegan? Let me answer this one. Because, like I've said in this video many times, animals, they are individuals whose lives matter to them. So we should respect that and let them be. Solid, to the point. I think we can all agree with this. Let's see what she says.
Because animals feel pain.
Because animals feel pain. So if they didn't feel pain, we wouldn't be vegan? It shouldn't be? Is that what you're saying, Unnatural?
And they don't want to die. And
they feel pain and don't want to die. Gee, I wonder who else feels pain and don't want to die. Ah, yeah, everyone. That's not a reason.
We can eat plants instead. It's pretty simple.
You'd think it'd be simple, but no. She totally missed the mark with some painist BS.
Do plants feel pain?
No, plants don't feel pain. I feel pain with these questions and these answers that she's giving. Why the vitriol against Swayze? She only trivializes veganism and throws animals under the bus and has been doing so for about a decade already. But at least she's doing something. Exactly, David C. Arenas. Stop being a hater, man. You're becoming ISO 2.0. In fact, you are ISO 3.0. No, you're ISO 2.0 and I'm ISO 3.0. We are the three ISOs. Yes, that's right. The three ISOs. Maybe we should do a comedy group, like the Three Stooges. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bloody hell.
They have nothing to feel pain with, so no, they do not feel pain. But if they did, you would kill more of them by eating animals rather.
And again, the utilitarian calculation of you kill less plants by going vegan. No, lady, who cares? That's just numbers. The isolated ones. Yeah, exactly. Hi, decidedly, Dana. I see that you posted something new. I will watch it at some point, but right now we are reacting and responding and reacting and rage quitting. You know, because this lady, this unnatural here, grr. Okay, let's move on.
Rather than the plants.
Oh man, it's only 7.5 minutes, and the video is 22 minutes long.
Directly, because animals have to eat things as well to grow, and they're eating lots of plants. You would kill fewer plants just by eating the plants. What is veganism?
What is veganism? Let's see what she says. What I'm gonna tell you. Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of animals by humans. There you go, that's veganism. Now let's see what this knucklehead says.
So that first question about veganism versus vegetarianism, I talked about diet specifically, but veganism isn't really about diet. It's
Oh wow, veganism isn't really about diet. Let's see. Apparently she's going to say something good now. Let's see. Let's see. It's gonna happen. Guys, I think it's happening.
a philosophy. Veganism is a
Oh no! When she whipped out the current vegan society's definition, guys, I'm sorry. Oh no, my expectations were too high. Yeah, exactly. Because she tells non-vegans what they want to hear. Exactly, Veghead, you get it. She tells people what they already want to hear, but in her voice and her chestal area proportions. So obviously they're gonna watch. Okay. Now she's gonna say the definition from the current vegan society.
a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. So it's not just diet, right? We have clothing, leather and wool, not vegan. Cosmetics, there are red eyeshadows with carmine. Carmine is beetles. Zoos, we're not really into caging animals just for our entertainment. As I said earlier, I'm vegan because animals feel pain and they don't want to die, and
Because animals feel pain. Again, so if they didn't feel pain, you could exploit them and use them in whatever way you want. It's only if they are visibly in pain that matters, I guess. Lady.
we can eat other foods. Well, we can also wear other clothing, wear other makeup, and avoid zoos. But again, this is not about perfection. I certainly don't look down upon the vegan who maybe isn't careful about the eyeshadow they buy or who does go to a zoo.
You're hearing this, right? She's saying I don't look down on the vegan who doesn't give a fly about animals anymore and does something that is not vegan. Yeah, whatever. Consciously. Now, I will tell you, if you make an honest mistake, like, I don't know, it's happened to me sometimes. I will tell you this because now I'm in vegan mode myself. So sometimes I forget that the rest of the world isn't vegan. And then I do something, and then I'm like, what the heck? That this thing wasn't vegan? Why wasn't it? And I get burned. I get burned because I didn't think of it because to me vegan is the default because my brain is already vegan. So I'm not thinking that things are not going to be vegan, but they are not. Oh man. So I don't know, bloody hell. But if you make an honest mistake and then you realize and you stop it, okay, that's fine. But don't bloody do things on purpose. Like you can't mistakenly go to a zoo. Like you're not gonna mistake a zoo for like I don't know the subway or like or like the train station or whatever. Like, you're not going to mistake a zoo for something else, you know. Oh man alive. Oh bloody hell, lady. Why? You see what we're fighting against. But I'm the bad guy.
I've been to zoos a few times since going vegan, just to
Secondhand zoo. Oh, look at this secondhand zoo. How would that work? Oh, I know. You know how secondhand zoo works? You don't go to the zoo, but your cousin at the zoo is live streaming the zoo visit, and you're watching the live stream. So you're not really at the zoo. You're getting that secondhand zoo, you know, experience. Man alive. Bloody hell, this is amazing, really. It's marvelous, Mrs. Maisel. It is. It's freaking awesome. Secondhand zoo. Ah, there's no God, really. I'm sorry. There's no God. There just isn't. I mean, I'm sorry.
spend time with family. Actually, the last time was the last time for a reason. A polar bear was like obviously really distressed.
So if a polar bear wasn't distressed, you would have continued going to the zoo. Is that what you're telling me?
Pacing back and forth. You might have seen videos of polar bears doing this in zoos. No more zoos for me. So veganism isn't just about diet, but we often talk about it as though it's just diet because diet plays the biggest role. It's the main way we cause animal suffering, right?
Ah, lady. Okay, no, stop it with the suffering and stop it with the, this is the thing we do the most. Yeah, obviously, yeah. But you know what? It's not the consumption of more food that is worse than, like, oh, you only wear boots like once in a while and you will, like, no, dude, that's not, it's not, it's, no. It's you stop using animals because you realize they're not for you to use in any way, shape, or form. The end. The end. Oh, don't worry, David, say Arenas, because you're gonna get some of that too here. Don't get your hopes up. She's going to say that very same thing in a while. Non-vegans, they are consuming the suffering of animals. Yeah, exactly. They're not consuming the suffering. The animal already suffered and is dead. So they're not consuming the suffering. They are. Oh, bloody hell. Okay.
Right? We don't buy eyeshadow 3 times a day. We don't buy leather boots 3 times a day. But many of us do eat meat, dairy, eggs 3 times per day, every day. So
What about second breakfast? Huh? Yeah. Lady, you know, this is just, man, it's terrible.
that's why veganism is so focused on what we eat.
No, that's not the reason. The reason is because many activists, such as yourself, are a bunch of misinformers who are telling people that veganism is a diet to reduce suffering when it's not.
Are vegans against pets?
Are vegans against pets? Now, this one is gonna be could be kinda difficult, could be kinda controversial. I will say this. Uh, yes, I was against pets even when I wasn't a vegan. I never understood the appeal of having some kind of hostage in your house. Like, I don't get it. Like, why would you do that? Like, doesn't make sense to me. I always thought it was kind of wacko, crazy. I don't know. Never really wanted any pet. We ended up having a bunch of pets. That's right. And yeah, when I was a kid, probably I did kind of want to have a monkey because I thought monkeys were cool and I wanted to have a pet monkey. What did I know? I didn't know anything. But I was a kid. That's the point. I'm an adult now. I know better. So no pet monkey, no pet cockatoo or macaw. Even though macaw is freaking cool. But no macaw, please. And there's no reason to use animals. Exactly. Yeah, the same order. They say meat, dairy, eggs. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. You know, pets, no. Animals are not things. They're not accessories. They're not, no. Now I get it that some animals are more difficult because if you rescue them, right? Technically, they're not your pet. You're rescuing them from a bad situation, whatever, and it's a rescue animal. But we all know that dogs and cats they end up being a pet even if you rescue them. Like there's the relationship dynamic between the human and the animal ends up being basically the same. I hate the term pet. I do live with a dog, but it happened through various circumstances out of control. He is fed a plant-based diet. Exactly, and I think we're gonna hear about vegan pets in a short. Let's see.
Some are actually, not the majority, but some are. They believe that keeping any animal in captivity is wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. They're not your hostage. They are their own people, non-human people.
Even domesticated animals like cats and dogs. But I would say most think keeping a companion animal is fine, as long as the animal is well cared for.
Well cared for. We have more welfareism. Well, not surprising from the reducitarian, painist, unnatural, right?
Well cared for is a bit contentious. Personally, I believe keeping cats indoors, I think it's cruel. And then there's the food issue. Dogs can be vegan pretty easily.
No, they cannot because they cannot comprehend the ethical concept of veganism, so they cannot be vegan unless there's a highly, cognitive dog out there who knows philosophy, can read human words and interpret them, and he's like, "Oh yeah, roof. Leslie Cross was right, roof." But other than that, you're just feeding them a plant-based diet. They're not vegan.
There are lots of balanced vegan brands out there. Cats can probably be vegan too, at least in theory, right? Getting a cat to do what you want, to eat what you give, no, which means lots of animals are killed to feed cats and dogs.
She mentioned the word militant yet. Yeah. Can be vegan, only plant-based. Exactly. They can be plant-based, but they cannot be vegan because they don't understand veganism.
Lots of vegans feed animals to their companion animals.
Yes, and this is wrong because you're exploiting animals again. So that's not a good thing to do. So you're one of those vegans who feeds animals to your animals. I'm sorry, but you're creating a double problem that shouldn't even exist in the first place because you shouldn't have an animal in the first place for you. So there's no need to then exploit other animals for that animal that you want to have. You understand it's a double problem that shouldn't exist, especially if you're vegan. Vegan dog, yeah, exactly.
I'm sympathetic to that, but personally, I just can't justify that in my own life. That's why we don't have cats. Maybe a dog in the future, but no cats. Do vegans need to take supplements? Yeah.
No. Well, you know what? I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna tell you if you need supplements or not. Go to the freaking doctor, see if you need something or not. I don't take supplements. That's just me because I'm a slob. I'm a couch potato. I don't really care about that. So I just eat a lot of nooch, which has a lot of B6, B12, and all the other Bs, B52s, you know. The Love Shack, so it's got all the Bs. So it did, and and other stuff. I don't know, and iodine salt. So there you go. I don't know. So I get my iodine and I get my B12 from those sources. I don't supplement, but you know what? Worry not. If you need it or you think, yeah, go to the doctor and find out. I never go to the doctor because I fear the doctor. So I don't know. So yeah.
Yes, plants basically have no B12, so we have to supplement for that. There are vegan foods fortified with B12, so B12 has been added to them, nutritional yeast, certain plant milks, but it's generally not recommended to rely on fortified foods alone.
What? Lady, I just said that I eat nutritional yeast. And you're telling me that's not recommended? What do you know?
You might just stop eating them or eating them less frequently or change brands and that brand doesn't have any B12. Taking a B12 supplement once a day or once a week is more reliable. Iodine. Most people, especially children, get a lot of iodine from...
Okay, this is going to be crazy. Now she's going to tell you that children get iodine from cow's milk and stuff like that. What the heck is this?
Milk because they use betadine to clean the machines. It's so natural, right? Side note, a recent study on cow's milk in the US found huge variability in iodine content.
Hey, I'm not saying B12 is not important, but I'm just saying I get it from nutritional yeast. And if not, then I'm not getting it. And I might not wake up one day, whatever. What's the big deal?
Kids could be getting way above the RDA if they are drinking 2 or more cups a day. Vegans can get theirs from seaweed, iodized salt, or
okay, lady,
supplement.
I don't care.
There are lots of multis that...
Let's go to the next question. This one bores me.
Is honey vegan? What?
Is honey vegan? Well, it's not. Short answer is no. Long answer is hell no. There. That when I asked if they knew who Leslie Cross was, they replied, I don't know her. Yeah, who's that Leslie Cross lady, you know? A, B, C, D, F, GA. Exactly. Oh, man. Who's that Leslie lady? I don't know that Leslie Cross. Moby admitted recently to consuming local honey for my friend. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Honey is for bees.
Well, honey does come from bees, and bees are animals, so no.
Oh, wow, she finally said something sensible. If we pause here and we stop the video, she's awesome. Now, if we continue, she's not going to be. Listen to the rest of this.
Honey is not vegan. Now, some vegans, including myself, have argued that honey is not nearly as concerning as milk and eggs, certainly not meat. Bees don't have the same capacity for suffering as cows and chickens, and the honey industry is not nearly as cruel as the beef, dairy, egg, poultry industries. But
okay, you heard that right. She is a painist, suffrage-centrist, and again, with the gradual sentient thing, right? Oh, no, bees are not that, they don't feel as much as these other ones. So, yeah, it's not that concerning, guys. Like, you get a little bit of honey with your tea, whatever, whatevs. No, lady, it's not whatevs. It's not vegan because it's bee exploitation. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. She hasn't seen the forceful impregnation of queen bees, the gassing of the bees, the replacement of honey for some sugar water that they give them. And, that doesn't matter because they're bees. It's not like a chicken, right? Or a cow. Bloody hell, amigo.
But that doesn't mean honey isn't cruel. I made a video last year about bee.
Lady, the cruelty level doesn't matter. What matters is the property status of animals that we need to change to not property anymore. You either get it or you don't, and you clearly don't.
Keepers intentionally chilling their bees, forcing them to be cold enough to cluster, to huddle together. So while I don't often talk about honey, I do avoid honey myself. Is vegan food good?
Is vegan food good? Who's to say? What's vegan food? Anything a vegan eats. So it can be, it cannot be. Maybe your brand is better than my brand, whatever. It's a non-issue because, again, there's no such thing as vegan food. It's plant-based or animal-free foods, and any vegan could eat anything. So we don't know the quality. It varies from person to person. I don't care much. about the quality. Even though I switched brands of chickpeas because chickpeas I was getting from the store brand just wasn't very good. Now I'm buying a brand chickpeas and they're really good. So I don't know to tell you. Uh, Stockport man until she told him to stop. Really? He's a stalker? Good. Creepy. Hey, VAD, Vegan Animal Defender, 269. All right. Okay, we are at the it's just there's only 10 minutes left of this horrible thing, people. So let's. I'm glad that you are all here sharing this level of suffering with me. I think this is what George Martin has been talking about. This horrible suffering that makes you want to press a button to end all life. I guess this is it. Is watching Unnatural Vegan videos. I think the solution is just stop. Don't watch it. But let's continue. We just it's just 10 minutes more, guys. Just 10 minutes.
Sure, if it's good, right? You could make an unappetizing vegan meal or a delicious one with the huge variety of foods that we have. Like, yes, vegan food can be very delicious. I think this question is more about like vegan substitutes.
What a mess, that woman. Nothing that was there is veganism. Exactly. Hello there. Thank you for being here. Luli Wizard, yes. Yeah, yeah, natural vegan. Yikes. Honism debug. I love that one. Maybe we should create different accounts with that name. Honeyism debunked. Eggism debunked. Oh man, alive. Zooism debunked. Petism debunked. I don't know, man alive. Bloody hell. Bloody hell, mate. Okay, let's continue. I'm chucking 10 million wobblies here.
When people say vegan food, they're talking about the fake meats and cheeses and stuff, and like replacing standard recipes, right? So spaghetti and meatballs using Beyond Meat, that's what they're at.
Shut up. Don't promote any brand. Shut up.
People think so. I personally cannot stand the taste.
Who cares, lady? No, I'm just going to move on to the next question because he's going to start talking about different brands of plant-based products, and I don't care about that. Another commercial break. So, yeah, so how good has it been so far, huh? Absolutely terrible, right? But then they blame me. I'm the one doing nothing. I'm the cave-dwelling incel who is just a hater and doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm still laughing about Sky went bonkers. Yes, that was really funny. And you know what's even funnier? He got mad at me for that one. Oh man. But there is no video on screen. Yes, there is no video on screen. Thank you for pointing it out because you know what? I cannot share screen. I'm live streaming this from my cell phone. I can't share screen. It's just a listening party, okay? It's a listening party. Instead of listening to a CD or an album or whatever the kids are listening to today, I don't know, Spy 40, whatever, I don't know what they call it, whatever the kids are doing today, it's a listening party, okay? Like in the good old times, So it's just that instead of listening to awesome music, we are listening to terrible anti-vegan nonsense. So that's the difference. Okay, let's continue with the listening party. Oh, sorry, I had it on mute, which is probably a good idea. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. We don't need the video. It's bad enough to just hear her nonsense. Yeah, exactly. Why would you want to see her? Yeah, she's terrible.
What is a plant-based diet? Well,
yeah, what is that? What is a plant-based diet? Well, this one is very self-explanatory. It's a diet that is based on plants. There you go. That's the answer. Now she gives like a 1 hour answer to this. I'm not interested, so let's go to the next question.
6. What's wrong with dairy and eggs?
What's wrong with dairy and eggs? This one is really easy. Again, dairy and eggs belong to animals. Animals don't belong to us. Therefore, anything that they do, create, or whatever doesn't belong to us neither. So there you go. That's what's wrong. It belongs to someone else, not you. We know what she looks like. Yeah, exactly.
Man, what isn't wrong with dairy and eggs? Dairy cows and egg-laying hens are products, so when they are no longer useful, they're killed.
Okay, so if they weren't killed, it would be fine? Is that what you're telling me? You see, this is the type of misinformation that we need to combat.
To me, that alone makes it immoral. You don't need to know anything else about these industries. That alone is wrong.
Industries. Listen, people, I need to tell you something. It's fun to say something about, oh, the horrible industries and stuff, but we need to recognize that we are the industries. It's us. It's every human on earth. We are the industries. They exist because we make them exist. That's the truth. That's why veganism is an individual thing. It's something that each and every one of us, we have to take that stance, that ethical stance. Otherwise, these companies are just going to continue to exist and do what they do because we make them do it. We created this thing. She phrases her questions. It's infuriating. They are slaves. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Don't use animals. Don't use anyone. Okay, let's continue.
Wrong. But we can talk about the other things too. Male chicks are killed, ground up alive, actually. Hens are packed together in filthy conditions, dairy cows too. And this is all industry standard stuff. This doesn't include the extra cruelty that workers sometimes participate in. Is it possible to acquire dairy and eggs without the cruelty?
This one is very tricky because you could make the case that some methods are less invasive or less cruel or not cruel at all. But that's not the point of veganism. Again, it's a terrible question. That's not the point of veganism. The point of veganism is to stop treating animals as objects or as vending machines or as product making, machines, whatever. And, respecting their individual selves and respecting their lives. So it doesn't matter if it's cruelty or cruel less or whatever. Leave them alone. Yeah, exactly. The cruelty is the result of the objectifying mindset. That is totally correct. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, for cows, this is pretty hard. What are you going to do with the baby cow? You can't sell it off for veal. You got to care for that cow. What are you going to do when the mama cow, when the dairy cow is no longer productive? You have to continue to care for her. You can't just kill her off. This would make milk so expensive. So,
Oh, Bartleby. Oh, humanity. Wow, unnatural. You're completely missing the point there. That's not the answer.
of course, farms do not do this. Eggs are easier. I mean, chickens are smaller. That alone makes it easier. They're easier to feed. They're easier to house. And yeah, you could rescue a hen and eat that hen's eggs. Some people do this. I personally see no issue with it, but
You see, huh? No issue with rescuing a hen and eating her eggs, right? No issue. No issue at all. Just normal stuff. Just normal behavior. Ah, Bartleby. Oh, humanity. Oh, capitalism. Guys, we really have a very difficult mission here. The mission of spreading the message of veganism everywhere and informing the public of what's really going on. And people like her with 250,000 subscribers are not doing that. They're doing the complete opposite. This video of hers has 15,000 views. That's way more than all of the views combined in all of my videos ever. Bloody hell. Hello guys. Hello Josh Banks. Alright, so okay, let's continue, I guess. Oh man, what else is she gonna say?
Many vegans do, because you're still using the animals and you're still using animal products. It's an interesting discussion for sure, but let's be real, no one is doing this. I know I said some people, but like it's barely any. Most people are getting their eggs from here. Why are vegans called vegan? So
okay, why are vegans called vegans? I don't know, dude. Why is the porcupine called porcupine? I don't know. Now, it's funny. She goes here, she explains that Watson came up with it or his wife or whatever. This question doesn't really matter all that much. It just goes about Watson and whatnot. So, no. This one doesn't matter all that much. Another commercial. So we're stopping. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, so this one. Why do vegans eat fake meat? Let's say.
why do vegans eat fake meat?
Do we eat fake meat? I don't think so. I think we eat real plants, not fake meat. But whatever, I don't know.
Short answer, because we like them. Long answer, well, some vegans miss the taste and texture of meat. Some like the amount of protein per calorie. Some like the convenience. Having kids and being able to just throw some vegan tenders in the oven, like, that's pretty nice. Are
Whatever, lady. Like, whatever. Next.
humans designed to eat meat?
Designed to eat meat? Well, irrelevant. Because even if we were designed, which I don't know what even that means, but I mean, we adapted to eating whatever is available. That's true. But that doesn't justify, again, using and exploiting these innocent beings. It just doesn't. Such a simple concept. I don't know how it could be made any simpler. Yeah, fake meat is irrelevant. She uses euphemisms such as calling corpses meat. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair to her, those are questions that she got from the internet, so the questions were already formulated that way. She's just reading out the questions. But yeah, I mean, yikes.
Mind is in quotes, so I'm assuming like evolved. Did humans evolve to eat meat? Many of our ancestors ate meat. We can certainly eat meat, a lot of meat, and survive for a long time. Being omnivorous means we can eat a lot of different foods, but that doesn't mean that a diet with meat is the healthiest. Evidence on plant-based diets being
Blah, blah. Who cares about diets, healthy? We already covered that part. Let's go to the next one.
Yep, aren't.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, sorry. I had to go to this one.
Plants don't, like taurine and creatine.
Yeah, sorry.
And that studies have shown these to be beneficial. But these studies are using synthetic creatine, right? They're using like creatine powder. They're not feeding participants meat. You would have to eat a lot of meat to get the same dose. So even if you're worried about these nutrients, you're better off just taking them as a supplement. Are you a perfect vegan? Yep.
Okay, look at this. They ask, are you a perfect vegan? Which is already a terrible question. What they're referring to is, again, the dietary part. They're referring to, are you a perfect vegan? I'm guessing mostly the diet, or mostly, the practices. We go again to the practices. And there's no such thing as perfect or imperfect vegan, because vegan is an ethical principle. It's neither perfect nor imperfect. It's an ethical stance that you take. So yeah, the practices, sure, they you obviously need to accompany your ethical stance with a set of practices that may vary from person to person depending on different circumstances and whatnot. But perfect can mean whatever. I don't know what that means really. I mean, obviously there are many things that we sadly cannot avoid in today's society, the way everything is built. Um, but you know what? We should strive to finally get rid of those things too. But there are things that we can do, and with what we can do, we must do. So I say it's very simple. It's funny because she says she's a perfect vegan. How? How is she perfect? I don't see it.
Aren't free range eggs okay?
No, free range eggs are not okay because again they don't belong to you. So no, not okay. And there's no such thing as free range. Free range is a lie anyway. It's confusing. Perfect in what way? In terms of animal rights or outside of that? I like bigger boobs, but meh. Well, then pray to the unnatural vegan gods because they gave her quite the pair.
Nope. Okay, I'll expand on that one. Free range may be better, but that doesn't mean it's okay.
Better? It's not better, lady. Te voy a
Better than doesn't mean cruelty free. We have the male chicks issue that doesn't go away with free range. Beak trimming is allowed, no anesthesia required. Egg-laying hens are still sent to slaughter once they're no longer productive. Several investigations have been done on different free range farms. They are always horrific. Here's a representative for Tyson and a manager of a non-free range farm.
Yeah, exactly, Navia. You know what's what. Boobism debunked. Yeah, there's a study. There a study that says that ladies with bigger breasts are smarter or something. It doesn't apply to everyone. Like we can, corroborate here with UV. You know, it just doesn't apply. It might be, like an average thing, but not doesn't apply to everyone, as we can corroborate here.
Laughing about the very idea of free range, how much outdoor time the birds actually get versus how it's marketed. This was confirmed by Animal Justice Project. They visited 3 free range farms in the UK and documented no hens being let outside at all. Although there were no bird flu restrictions in the area at the time or within the last few months, on all farms we filmed.
Okay, lady, all of that is the conditions in the farms. That doesn't matter because it's not the condition of slave. That's the condition that matters, not if the barn is in good condition or if they have an air conditioner or they have a PlayStation that they play with. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. They're still slaves. They're still hostages. So no.
What can I eat?
What can I eat? Not animals. There, next question.
So many things. Like ideally you focus on, whole plants, legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. There are so many websites now dedicated to showing you how to make these foods tasty. I also highly recommend checking out veganhealth.org, specifically the nutrition tips for vegans page. That will help you learn how to eat a balanced vegan diet. What do vegans eat? So kind of this.
Again, what do vegans eat? I don't know, guys. What do vegans eat? I eat pasta like I don't know, like I breathe air, Oh man. No, it's not made up. It's an actual study. It's there. It's the study of my hands. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Same
by the University of my. No, cut. Oh man.
The last one, but yeah, so many things. I just did a couple videos looking at vegans on YouTube and TikTok and what they eat, and it's all different. For me, breakfast and lunch are usually the same. Breakfast is either a protein smoothie or protein oatmeal, usually. A big salad. Last one, do you ever miss meat?
Do you ever miss meat? No. I miss 1 hour and 14 minutes ago when I was happy and I wasn't listening to this nonsense, you know? Bloody hell. Rocks are vegan. As for I say no, I wouldn't recommend eating them. Yeah, exactly. But I guess rocks give you all the minerals that you need, no? I guess. They're minerals, Marie.
No, but again, I've been vegan for a pretty long time. And I was never a big meat eater to begin with. And I eat a good amount of protein, again, like 100 grams a day. I think sometimes people who are missing meat, they're maybe missing protein. Studies have found protein to be more satiating. Today, I'm pretty disgusted by meat, and it's, only gotten more so over the years. Like bacon, I used to think, even just a few years ago, that the smell of bacon was good. Now, no. It's kind of cool how much your taste buds can change over time, or your smell buds. That's it for me. Thank you so much.
Okay. It's over. Ah, ah. Okay, guys, we made it. We made it. We came out of this alive. Um, Now, I think it's very clear. Just going to close down this tab. Let's not listen to this unnatural lady anymore. Oh boy. Okay, so I think we can all see, and we all heard what she had to say. It was terrible. Again, she's misinforming the public. She's misinforming her audience of 50,000 views and 258,000 subscribers. Again, she's one of the most prominent vegans out there, and this is her message. This is what she's saying. So again, am I crazy? Am I the a-hole here? Am I just ISO 2.0 or 3.0? Am I a hater? No, guys, I'm trying to warn you about something real here. Most activists are this. They give you this message, the message of reducitarianism, the message of welfareism, the message of diet, when it's not. And the message of, well, if you eat more plants, you actually kill less. What is that? This is not a body count issue. Hey, you kill this many and I kill that many. No, it's not about that. This isn't, this isn't Legolas versus Gimli or whatever. This is not who kills more. It's, it's, no. We need to stop it, man. Utilitarian YouTuber. Yeah, I saw an interview with Pam Anderson the other day when she said she was a dirty vegan because she eats butter croissants. Ah, okay, so not a vegan at all. Why would I not be surprised? My neighbors used to grill chicken and that shit stinks. Ah, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? It's horrible. Those smells and stuff that at some point they used to be like, oh yeah, they're cooking, whatever, and now you're like, oh, what the heck? It's horrible. And to think that people could simply, grill green bell peppers and stuff like that. But hey, whatever. So yeah, people. So like I'm saying, this is a real thing. So they asked me, but who's saying that? Who's saying that? Well, here's more than enough proof. More than enough proof that this is actually happening and that there are activists out there who are giving a terrible and false message of veganism out there. They're passing it as veganism when it's not. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think it's very clear. My conclusion to this is that we have a long way to go and that our fight is against something even greater than I even thought. Like, we're not just fighting against the people who are not vegan, but we're also fighting against a bunch of fake people posing as vegans when they're not. They just tell people what they want to hear. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? I could do that. Could make a video. I could make videos like that and say, if you eat ice cream once a month, you say it's okay, whatever. I don't look down upon you, and get like 1 million subscribers or something. I'm sorry, but no. Making more imperfect vegans is not better than no the fewer perfect ones. No, that idea needs to die out because this is just ridiculous. This is a Tobias Leonard ridiculous nonsense with the mountain climbing and in the base of the mountain there's like a bunch of people and you want to bring them to the top. Yeah, okay. Maybe they should climb just like I did. And because here's the thing, and this is an actual question that I have for everyone watching, or if you catch the replay, really, like what is it about me? Like let's name the actual trait here. What is it about me that makes it easy for me to be vegan? Because apparently it's fucking easy for me. So if it's easy for me, what's the difference between me and you, person who doesn't want to be vegan? What's the great difference here? Because I'm just a person, just a regular person, just like anyone else. There's nothing special about me, really. I'm no one. I'm just a guy, just a regular guy. So, what is it about me that I can be vegan, but you cannot? And what is it about me that I am vegan for me, but then I'm telling you to, well, just go easy, maybe skip some butter and some meat once in a while. Like, no, try try vegan this month. No, there's no trial period. You either understand that animals are individuals or you don't. So I don't know what to tell you. Like it's really easy. There's no big change that you're making and stuff. And I don't see the big change really. It's just so freaking easy. In fact, the thing that surprised me the most when I decided to be vegan was how dumb I felt not being vegan before because I was like, is this it? I didn't feel any different. I didn't see any big change. I was just the same me, but now I had, a new understanding of things and this information and this knowledge that hey, animals are individuals who just like you, they want to be free, so let them free. So that's the only thing that changed, but other than that I remain the same person that I always was. So I don't really see what's the big deal with this thing. It's not like I don't know, man. But whatever, they're trying to make it seem more difficult than it already is, and I'll tell you why. Because this brings audience, this brings business, YouTube partnership, and sponsors and stuff. That's why they need to make it seem like it's this difficult thing. Because obviously, they need to make more content about it. You know? Talking about, oh, well, no, actually, if you eat more plants, you reduce the plants. Man, like, how many of that video are we going to make? Yeah, exactly. Being vegan means we change our ingrained belief that animals exist for us to use. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, that's the thing. About doing what's right regardless of difficulty. Exactly. Difficulty. What's difficult about it? Really, it isn't. Now, sure, living in a non-vegan world as a vegan has some. I mean, it's not that it's difficult, it's just that it's infuriating that you see advertisement and billboards and stuff with animal exploitation all over the place. And everyone around you participates in this thing. Have you taken the Liberation Pledge? You know what? I haven't, but I have not participated with at least with my family and stuff like that in certain events and stuff that they go to. I'm like, you know what? No, it's too much. Is it difficult to be non-racist? No. Why do you think it's different when it comes to animals? I guess because a racist, I'm guessing they don't eat people from the race they hate. So that's the difference, I guess. I'm gonna guess. There's no, there's no McBlackie's restaurant. I'm sorry for that, but I'm just pointing it out. I'm sorry for that, for saying something like that, but there isn't one. So that's why I guess it's not that is, they say it's difficult because this, being in an animal liberator, obviously you make changes in your life, but these changes are not that, really seriously, they're not even, you don't even feel them, you don't even feel the change. The only thing I felt was like I felt, at least at first, I felt like lighter, and then I had more energy and stuff from the plant-based eating. I didn't feel as full and lethargic after every meal, which makes sense because some of those, chopped up corpses, they have these weird components and stuff that make you, sleepy and stuff. So, good question. I'm going to use that. Yeah, exactly. What I'm guessing is that we don't need, the people, if you hate a race of people or a nationality or whatever, you're not consuming them as food. So I'm guessing that's kind of why. But again, that's reducing this thing to a diet when it's not. It's not a diet. So, oh gosh, people really, it's just terrible. So yeah, this is what we're fighting against. It's not just all the anti-vegans out there, but also the people who call themselves vegan but do things like this. They give you the wrong message. They perpetuate these myths and these superstitions and stuff because it's good for their business. They need those superstitions. They need those misunderstandings so they can make more content about it. That's just what it is. And it's sad, but that's what they do. They use animals themselves. That's what they're doing. They're using the animal cause, the only animal cause for their liberation. But instead of using it for liberation, they're using it to get notoriety. It's terrible, but it's true. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And yeah, I think that happened, uh, just to talk about the Numquats a little bit more, in case you missed it at first, the beginning of the live stream. Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of a backlash for the Numquat awards, but I don't know. Let me see, people like this feeling, and got this guy telling me that I want to ban the books from Earthling Ed and Tobias Leonard and whatnot. I never said ban them. I just said that they're not vegan. That's all I'm saying. Um, they're not vegan and they're not written by vegans or for vegans. They are written by anti-vegans for other anti-vegans, and that's it. That's those books exist to misinform the people even further. So no, those books are terrible, and it's just, oh man, Tobias Leonard, no, man, I don't know, guys. We're fighting against something so, man, I don't know. I mean, that's all we can do. All we can do is that continue the fight and try to speak up for the animals, and you know, always with the truth, and never backing down, and never accepting anything less than their freedom. Um, Gone to RV's stream. Yeah, they don't represent the abolitionist stance. I'm gonna go and see the replay from RV if he had that debate with Brandon and the other three dudes, who none of the four of them were going to be abolitionists. He had this guy, this something altruism, something. It's just some Spanish guy who is not vegan. And then this other guy, Louis Get Down. We already know Get Down, really famous around these here parts. We know he's a big shield for the lab grown stuff and all of that. So, meh. Um, and the other two are brand dumb, and the other some other guys. So who cares? They're just so that's the thing. Like someone was saying here, I think it was Meshhead or someone was saying like, oh no, logical consistency is not like a welfarist or something. Yeah, but he is in a debate where he's representing the pro welfare stance. So if he's going to represent the pro welfare, what is that? Like, why would you represent that? So I don't know. I think it's weird. If you call yourself not welfarist and then you're going to represent the welfarists in a debate, I think it's like it's at least it's something peculiar, right? It needs to be investigated as to why that is. And I'm curious to see what he says, and I might go and watch that debate. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to react to this thing. I was going to make other videos and stuff, but instead, this thing caught my attention, and I had to respond to this because it's horrible. So I hope we all learn from my answers, not her answers, and we learn what veganism actually is and what isn't. So again, I think we can be saying our goodbyes. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes, like the next 5 minutes, to say our goodbyes and oh man, yeah, man, I think it was terrible that lady's horrible, so horrible. I had to make this video. That's how terrible it was. Oh man, man, like I don't even know. So yeah, they are saying if you are against welfareism, you should have proof that it is detrimental to the cause. Ah, yeah. This is one of their favorite ones. Where's your empirical, bro? You don't have an empirical, man. The empirical. I'm telling you, man. Empirical. And I'm like, listen to me. You're the one who's not empirical. I am the most empirical person ever. I'm the most empirical person. Ask Melania. Oh man, the empirical. Come on. Need more streams? You are legend. Ah, thank you, BAD. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Donna, Martin, BAD, Ethical Psytrance Project, Beshhead, Marcelo, Ali, everyone, David Arenas, everyone who came by, thank you, really. Um, yeah, I mean, this thing like, oh, where's your proof that welfareism doesn't work? Yeah, it's called 80 years of veganism, where we haven't seen veganism take off because it became this welfare club and it doesn't do anything for animals. They are still slaves today. So that's the proof that it doesn't work. Um, all right, people, I think we can wrap it up here. Thank you again, everyone. And you know what? Maybe when I have more of a budget, I can have an actual background, not this bland wall behind me. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to share a screen and watch the videos together and stuff. But, who cares? Who wants to see Unnatural Vegan's face? She's terrible. So it's like you were saying in the chat. We already know how she looks like. So I picked a good moment to turn up. Big hugs to everyone. Hey, John Doe. Yeah, you came here just at the exact moment we were saying goodbye. All right, people. Again, thank you and goodbye. See you in the next one. Leslie Cross. Bye.